A VW T4 campervan conversion. So to start off the conversion, all of the panels inside of the VW T4 were foil lined, including the fiberglass high top to add that little bit more reflectivity for any heat inside the van. Once all the panels were foil lined, all of the panels were then insulated with 25mm Celotex insulation. That's on all of the interior panels as well as all of the fiberglass high top as well. All of the 25mm Celotex insulation is stuck in place using aluminium foil tape, just to be sure that there's going to be no air gaps, and because all the insulation is foil backed and with using aluminium foil tape, it will also help to create a vapour barrier for the insulation inside the van. As you can see, the high top's fully insulated throughout as well, and this insulation is really easy, just cuts down with a bread knife. Once the insulation's all complete, it's time to get the flooring cut down to shape. I'm using Altro safety flooring. As you can see, it's just a case of cutting it down to the length of the vehicle, trimming around any of the interior trim like the wheel arches, the step for the sliding door, for the rear access doors. Once it's trimmed, the best thing to do is to cut it with a couple of Stanley knife blades. It's really tough material to cut down, but it will get through it eventually. Once it's cut to shape, all of the flooring inside the VW T4 has reflective bubble foil insulation laid down, and then the Altro flooring is then stuck on top of that. As you can see, there's just some final trims being made, and when it's ready to be stuck down, half of the floor is peeled back, high temperature adhesive is sprayed down, the flooring is laid down, then the second half is peeled back up, again sprayed and laid down, just to ensure there's no overspray going on either side of the flooring. Once it's done, I think it looks quite nice and neat. So then it's on to fitting a skylight. It's a 28cm skylight that's been fitted into this high top. Just pops straight up and down, and it's been secured in place to be sure that there's going to be no water leaks at all whatsoever, with a mixture of Sikaflex 512 and mastic tape. Then it's a case of fitting a opening window in the sliding door of the VW T4. I've gone for a Dometic style opening window rather than your full panel bonded window. This window just needs a hole cutting out and then some supporting braces securing on the inside of the frame, and the window screws to that frame, as you can see. Then it's on to carpeting the ply panels inside the van. The quickest, easiest way to do the carpeting of ply panels is to again cut to shape, fold half the carpet back, spray that surface of the carpet and of the ply panel, stretch that over the panel, and again then fold the unsprayed half back over. So doing half and half ensures that you won't ever get any overspray on any carpet, and it also means that you're going to get a nice, neat, professional looking finish on all of the carpet once it's applied to the panels. There was no headlining inside the van as well, so I've had to make my own headlining, and I'm also carping all of the metalwork to be sure that there's no bare metal inside the van where any condensation can form. All of the pillars around the seat belts have been carpeted as well. As you can see, all the rubbers get pulled away, the carpet is laid inside to where the rubber goes, and then once the rubber's placed back in place, it creates a nice watertight seal with a professional looking carpeted finish. Again, the sliding door also needed all of the panels carpeting as well, and it's just the same process again, half and half, to ensure that there's no overspray going on the good side of the carpet. Now I'm making new headlining here as well, just because there was no headlining in the high top, so that includes two side panels and the main headlining board as well. They're all just cut down from 6mm plywood, And again, the same process is used to apply all of the carpet to this new headlining as well. Now once all of the new headlining is fully built and carpeted with the stretch carpet, it's then time to get some lights inside the van. So as you can see, I'm just fitting in some 6 LED downlights into the new headlining, and these lights will be wired onto a remote controlled dimmer switch. And then we're on to the gas heater. It's a Propex HS2000 heater that's been installed in this van. A couple of holes need drilling into the floor, get a gas connection connected up, an air intake and outtake, and it's a relatively simple install. And that means nice hot air inside the van. Then comes the fitting of a reverse camera. This reversing camera is wired through to the front cab area, where the rear view mirror is replaced with a new rear view mirror that also activates the reversing screen when you select reverse inside the van. Simple and easy enough to fit, just feeding the wires through all the rubber grommets and then feeding the wires down into the headlining. Then we want to fit in some solar panels in the van. I've fit 2 80-watt solar panels to provide 160 watts of charging power in total. They're bolted through the ceiling with plenty of sealant adhesive just to be sure it's going to be watertight with no leaks. Then we're on to the electric hookup. The 240-volt electric hookup is located at the rear of the van, and the T4 has a false fog light, as you can see, and that's the perfect place for the hookup, because once it's in place and you pop the false fog light back into place, you can't see any hookup point on the van at all. It means there's no additional holes being cut in the bodywork, and it gives a nice neat finish. Then we're on to the bed build. The bed build is a full pull-out frame bed that will also flip up for easy access for storage underneath and below. There's also heater vents built into the frame for the Propex heater, with plenty of storage underneath the sofa bed. Then we're on to the SMEV 9222 kitchen unit build. This unit is built out of 10mm shower board because it's nice and light, but it looks really nice. Once the SMEV unit's in place, a sink tap is fitted in with gas bottle storage underneath. Then we're on to a housing for a Thetford C200 toilet, which sits behind the kitchen unit, but this unit is fully removable, so if a future owner didn't want a toilet in the van, a couple of screws and this entire unit can be removed. The lid just flips up, the door folds out on a piano hinge, and that gives full access to the Thetford C200 swivel toilet. Then we're on to swapping over the front seats in the T4. The original seats are removed and some Mazda RX-8 seats are fitted to the original T4 bases with the passenger seat on a swivel, so the seat can turn all the way around to face the rear of the van. Now one of the final jobs on the van is to give the external a full overhaul, and this is getting a Rust-Oleum roller paint job. All of the white has been sanded down, and the Rust-Oleum roller paint job gets about 7 coats of Rust-Oleum on. Once it's on, it's then fully sanded back. But this was a hell of a job to do. This took a good few weeks to get done, completed and sanded and polished. But as you can see, it's transformed the exterior look. And once all of the paintwork is polished up with a polishing machine, it does start to provide a nice shiny glossy finish to the paintwork on the van. Now it's sanded back with a mixture of 1000, 1500, 2000 grit paper, and then polished up with G3 and G10 polishing compound. And as you can see, as we're going around with the polish, that little bit of reflection starting to show through that little bit more. Then we're on to changing the wheels, getting rid of the old steel wheels and replacing them with load rated 18-inch Wolf Race wheels, which transform the look of the van. And that's the conversion complete. As you can see, the van is totally transformed now, full colour change, nice new wheels, window fitted in the side door. The interior is fully transformed as well, and this is now a fully registered DVLA campervan motor caravan. So I hope you found this conversion useful. Please do give it a good old thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button because there's going to be plenty more builds coming. Thanks for watching.